Medical opinion between Hoxsey and the doctors is a competition between two old medical traditions. In the 1800s, society sanctioned both approaches to healing. Patients had a choice of using either doctors, called allopaths, or natural healers, called empirics or homeopaths. The two groups waged a bitter philosophical debate. The allopathic doctors called their approach heroic medicine. They believed the physician must aggressively drive disease from the body. They based their practice on what they considered scientific theory. The allopaths used three main techniques. They bled the body to drain out the bad humors. They gave huge doses of toxic minerals like mercury and lead to displace the original disease. They also used surgery, but it was a brutal procedure before anesthesia and infection control. Few patients were willing to have surgery. Most patients feared allopathic methods altogether. Satirists of the day remarked that with allopathic treatment, the patient died of the cure. Competing with the doctors were the empiric healers. Contrary to the doctors, they believed in stimulating the body's own defenses to heal itself. Instead of poisonous minerals, they used vegetable products and non-toxic substances in small quantities. They especially favored herbs, learned from Native American and old European traditions. The empirics said they based their remedies not on theory, but on observation and experience. Satirists of the day added that with empiric treatment, the patient died of the disease, not the cure. The Hoxsey herbs come from the empiric tradition. According to Hoxsey, they had a surprising origin on an Illinois horse farm in 1840. As the story goes, John Hoxsey was a veterinarian whose prize stallion got cancer. He put it out to pasture to die. But 3 weeks later, the tumor had stabilized. He observed the horse eating unusual plants, not part of its normal diet. Within a year, the horse was well. So John Hoxsey began to experiment on animals with the herbs, and he added other popular home remedies. He claimed success and passed the formulas down through the family, who eventually used them on people.
But the idea that the American Indians or this person or that person or a veterinarian would accidentally stumble upon some herb that would cure a large number of products is rather far-fetched. It's like the idea that if you put 3 billion monkeys in a room, one of them might write a Shakespearean sonnet.
That is so stupid. You see, people are ignorant.
Botanicals or medicinal herbs form the basis of healthcare worldwide. The Hoxsey formula, which is basically made up of medicinal herbs, comes exactly out of this tradition. The herbs were known to the native tradition in this country as herbs that were effective in terms of reducing tumors or effective generally in terms of cancer. It's only in the really middle of this century that the trend towards synthetic drugs took hold and the botanical basis of healthcare was eclipsed.
And now the food and drug people want to know, what is Elixir X? What's in it? In every district station is a battery of crack chemists and microanalysts who fight the battle against filth and fraud. To one of these comes Elixir X. The magic formula to relieve sickness and pain turns out to be nothing more than a mixture of water and an alcoholic extract of certain herbaceous weeds that grow in profusion in the maker's backyard.
A lot of modern folk tend to think that the herb medicines are just a bunch of weeds. I have a contrary view. I really think that the herbal medicines may be the wave of the future.